So a lot has changed since I did a tier list for the 5-star legendary gems. The last time we have a new gem now, the Void Spark, and other than that, they have also increased the survivability inside of PvP Battleground. We have 30% damage reduction, and so the tier list will look different now. Some gems will perform better and some will perform worse. Like the seeping bile isn't all that affected anymore because you can bandage yourself while under the effect of poison. And so this tier list is going to be my personal opinion, what I have experienced so far inside of PvP, mainly focused on the PvP side of the game, Battleground, Shadow War, Immortal, whatever PvP we have inside of the game. Now that is out of the way, let's start ranking these gems. The Hellfire is going into somewhat C for me. The range on this gem is not all that great now that we have more changes to the battleground, and the damage of this gem is not all that great either, and so I will put it in C tier. You need to be in very melee range, like 3-4 yard for this gem to hit the enemy, and so it won't give you the best result. So I will put this in C tier. And next we have the Starfire shot. Why do we have a god like tier? The reason for god like tier is not because it will be like a really strong gem or will be working at all times, but when the gem will trigger, it will make you feel like a god. And so when the Starfire will trigger on your enemies, it will have a really good AoE effect. It will hit them, it will put them on fire, and on the top of that, it will also knock them back, making you feel like a god. Like why we have a god like category here in this tier list for the first time. Next, we are going to be somewhat ranking the Despiteful Blood. I don't think I will put this gem in godlike tier, but more like S plus. This gem is going to be extremely good now inside of PvP. Will give you damage increase, will also make you invulnerable to the primary attack, which is gonna be somewhat godlike, I do believe that, and give you some shield. So overall I would give this gem S plus. The reason why we are not giving this godlike, because it will only help you and not your team, if that makes any sense. The next gem is going to be Frozen Heart. This gem is going in the tier we don't need more survivability. On the top of survivability is not going to be all that great inside of Battleground now. Having 4-piece mount bank and 2-piece Vitus is enough for the survivability, and we have so many other good options that can give you either damage over time, damage itself, or some other effect. And so Frozen Heart is going straight into D tier for me. I hardly see anyone using this gem. And next we have the Concentrated Will. Concentrated Will is going in A tier now. The gem is somewhat really good for the monks, and the wizards can use this as well. The demon hunter can use it as well, and as the builds and new essences will come to Diablo Immortal, this gem will just keep getting better, giving you the damage increase and hitting anyone between your dashes, and this gem will just keep rising in the tier list as the new essences and more builds come to the game. And next we have the Gloomcast. Gloomcast is going in S plus. The reason why we're not putting this gem in godlike tier is because, again, you won't have the crowd control abilities, just same as the Starfire shot, putting enemies on fire, having a great AoE and knocking them back. This gem will give you some really good damage. You can increase its duration, attack speed, but then again, at the end of the day, you have to use it yourself, and it won't be using like automatically, just like the Starfire shot. Starfire shot is just automatically use hit and really strong inside of PG. And next we have the Void Spark. Void Spark, the new 5-star gem. This gem is going in the god like tier. Why? Because when you will hit an enemy, it will chain lightning off them to another one who were close to them within 6 yards, and it can go off screen. And once you get this gem to rank 5 or above, it is gonna be messier out there. If we have 2-3 players in a BG using this gem, you will be getting struck by lightning off screen, and this gem will make you feel like a god when it will trigger, fighting the tanks in the front line and watching this lightning move from the front line to the back line, hitting everyone. This is gonna be insane and will make you feel like god inside of BG, especially if you can get this gem to rank. Then it's gonna be Rampage, Carnage, whatever you want to call it. And next we have the Phoenix Ashes. Phoenix Ashes is going straight into trash now, having 3-minute cooldown on the gem. That is just trash, and so no one is using this anymore in the BG, and the person who are still using it, it is no use for them. I've been killing few players out there with this gem. It is not all that affected at all, and so it's going into trash tier, at least for me. Next we have Chip of Stone Flesh, which I will put in A tier. The gem needs you to have some total loss of control, which can be an issue in some builds, but the gem itself is still really strong for necromancers, can be strong for the freeze builds for wizard, can be strong for blood knights as well with the total loss of control and stuns. And next gem is going to be Howler Gold. Howler Gold is going into C tier now. The gem is too slow to trigger and hit anything in BG now, in my opinion. Before you could hit and do a lot of damage, but now everyone has 30% more damage reduction, so I will put this gem in somewhere C tier. Enemy can easily dodge the wolf and not get stunned, so I will put this gem in C tier. Next we have the Seeping Bar. Seeping Bar is going down in S tier now, because the enemies can now bandage themselves up, heal, and avoid the effect of the Seeping Ball. But that does not mean the gem is weaker by any means. If you can stack up some more damage over time on the top of Seeping Ball, it will still do some insane damage, and the bandage for the other players might not be all that affected. And now let's move on to the next gem, that is going to be Bottle Hop, going in the B tier. The gem for me isn't all that great. You need to have 100% HP, which you can now inside of PG, having more damage reduction, but still it's not all that great. It does reduce some of the damage after getting activated, but still it is not the best gem anymore. And next we have the Bloodstroke Jade. It will go in the S+. Why I am not putting this gem in godlike? The reason is very simple. We don't feel like a god when we are equipped with this gem. It doesn't make you do anything better other than damage and having that 10% movement speed increase. It doesn't have any crazy abilities that will make you feel like godlike, but the gem itself is still really strong, and it will go in S+. Next we have the Echoing Shade. I will put this in B tier. Not much need to be said. The clones does not confuse enemies all that much anymore. They don't have much life and they don't have much damage, so the gem will go in B tier. I can actually put this in C. Yeah, I'll put this in C tier. Bottle Hop, it will go straight into S. In my opinion, will give you movement speed and the damage every 20 seconds. I would put this in S+, but it only triggers every 20 seconds, so it goes in S. And now we are left with the Zwensen Haunting. Zwensen Haunting will go in D tier for PvP, in my opinion, and this is how the tier list looks for me. This is my personal opinion. You can totally have a different looking tier list for yourself, but for me, this is how I feel about the gems in the current meta. I'm signing off. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one later.